Today, I'll be taking a deep dive into the 10 things that you should know before beginning flight training. Make sure you watch to the end because you don't want to miss tip number 10. Tip number 1, make sure you're taking the time to do the research and find a good flight school. Drive out to the flight school, visit these places, talk to the instructors, see what the equipment looks like, what kind of aircraft they're flying, what type of avionics are in the aircraft. Tip number 2, set some clear goals. Take time to sit down and write down and set your aviation goals early on in your training. Ask yourself questions like, do you want to just become a private pilot? Do you want to get your commercial rating and actually pursue a career in aviation? Having clear goals will definitely help you stay focused. Tip number 3, most important tip of them all, and that's the fact that you are not subscribed to this channel. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, select all, hit the like button, boost me up in the algorithm so I can continue to bring you this content. For real this time. Tip number 3, make sure you budget wisely. Flying can be expensive, so create a realistic budget for your flight training and make sure you stick to it. Research different aviation scholarships or take out a loan if needed. Tip number 4, physical fitness. Put the burger down. Make sure you're in good physical health before you start your flight training. It's important that pilots meet certain medical requirements, so make sure you consult with your aviation exam. Another thing you need to consider before beginning flight training is the amount of studying and preparation it's going to take for you to pass those FAA written exams, as well as the practical exams. And that leads me into tip number 5, and that is studying consistently. FAA exams require diligent study, so make sure you create a study schedule that works for you and make sure you stick to it. Tip number 6, taking plenty of practice exams. Make sure you take plenty of practice exams so you can get a sense of format, the types of questions that are going to be asked, the timing of it all, and just to get yourself in the testing mode. Some people like using Shepherd Air, some people like using Glime. Whatever you use, make sure you're taking plenty of practice tests. Tip number 7, understanding regulations. Familiarize yourself with the FAA regulations. During flight training, you are going to make the FAR aim your best friend because knowing the rules and regulations is very crucial to your success. So now you've started flight training. What are some things you can do to ensure your success? And that leads me into tip number 8, staying consistent. Regular and consistent flight training sessions are essential for progress. Long gaps between flight training sessions can lead to regression, and you don't want to do that. Tip number 9, listen to your flight instructor. Pay close attention to your flight instructor's guidance. They have experience that will help you and guide you. Flight instructors, they can teach you things, they can show you things, but it is up to you to put in the work to become the safe and confident pilot that you know you can be. Tip number 10, practice safe habits. Develop safe habits from the beginning. Flight training is definitely where you lay the foundation to the pilot that you're going to become. Make sure you're following those checklists and you're conducting thorough pre-flight inspections, and make sure you prioritize safety at all times. Remember, becoming a pilot is a journey that requires dedication, practice, and ongoing learning. And never hesitate to seek advice from experienced pilots and instructors along the way. Also, make sure you click on this video right here for more great aviation content.